All right, making a video for a couple of guys requested what one wanted to see my shop and two wanted to see some of the things how I clean my tools, so I'm gonna combine. My shop entry door, I've got one garage door. It's 9 foot. This is a 30 by 40. It's a stick built metal building. It's a post building actually. It's a 6-inch post every 10 feet. And then I got spray foam insulation on it. If I had to do it again, I'd have put 10-foot ceiling instead of 9. One thing I did do when I built this building, I overlighted it. There's 24 feet, about every 5 foot, I think, I can't remember, of light. There's no shadow in my shop, none. Because if I wanted to paint or do something, the older you get, the harder it is on your eyesight, so I have more LED light here. It's brighter in here usually than it is outside. So that is one thing I did. Let's start here. I got my AC in the wall, and then I've got this comfort zone 220 heater. I love this heater. I don't like cold, and this thing was a little expensive. It uses electricity, but keeps me toasty, and I like it. And I do not like cold weather. I don't work in the cold. They know at work, if I get cold, I quit until I warm up. So anyways, got it wired. I got 220 over there. I got 220 there, and I got a 220 over there. That way I can run my welder wherever I wanted to run my welder. I like my knives. Some of you guys like your weapons. I carried for over 21 years. I don't particularly care to carry anymore. Under 18 feet, I can kill a man just easier with a knife than I can with a weapon, any other weapon. So I'm very comfortable hand-to-hand combat. Love my hand-to-hand. Anyways, knives are good. This is some of these tools I got laying on the floor. These are all gifts I got to give to somebody. One of my relatives. This is my wife's area right here. This she has to have a little entertainment area, and this is it. She bought the bar off of Marketplace. It's a Mexican built probably 35-40 years ago. A couple of stools, got the fridge, microwave. This is all my wife's stuff. We used to ride motorcycles. She had her own, I had my own. We still got a little bit memorabilia from when we rode. I got my TV. I do have internet out here. Everything you're seeing pretty much is bought used. I bought a, I don't know what brand that's, I think that's Henry Don. It's a real expensive love seat. I put it on wheels to move it around. It moves pretty easily. I restuffed it, and it's in very good condition. I think I paid $100 off Marketplace. Spare fridge, spare microwave. They were given to me. Got a jukebox. Probably going to sell the jukebox. I'm having a hard time finding information on how to operate it and maintain it. I got it on a whim. Yeah, I'm probably going to just go ahead and sell it because we're having a hard time maintaining it and keeping it up. My ladders, every ladder I own was probably under 10 bucks, 20 bucks. Saw was given to me. Air compressor was given to me. Gifts. at the time when I had my fire, people were giving me stuff that I needed. A lot of people owe me, so they give me stuff. This toolboxes I did a video on. There's a ton. I got to make a video on these Craftsman. I got lots of Craftsman sockets now. These are all Craftsman that I've cleaned. I think I've got close to 400 Craftsman sockets now. Yeah, I'm getting there. Anyways, got oil extractor, Harbor Freight. Love that oil extractor. That worked great on my mowers. Two-wheelers. Got the way this building's designed, you can't screw it because this is the outside wall. So I put up 1x12, and that's what I use to hang my pictures. Oop, I'll come back around. See, I hang stuff on the wall, and I use the 1x12 for my shelving and things like that, which a little expensive, but makes the building even sturdier than what it already is. See, that service cart was a gift. This toolbox was a gift. Someone gave me when I was needing. I gotta get soda pops on. It does have a little refrigerator in it. I keep Mountain Dew in it all the time. See, the Cobalt. I think I bought that Cobalt. I did. I bought the little top. The bottom's the Yukon from Harbor Freight. There's my torch kit. I've got plenty of torches now. I keep extension cords. This is my TIG MIG DC welder. I have not used it yet. It's brand new. It's just on the cart. Haven't used it. I'm going to learn how to TIG weld. I figured I can teach myself. It can't be that bad. Flux welder. This Chicago welder. It's cheap. I actually like it. For a hobbyist welder, I've welded some pretty good stuff with it. I like it. Some people I know frown on Chicago stuff, but I don't care. It works for me. The Miller welder, I had a better welder, an older one. I had a 1961 welder. I believe it was made by Airco. And when I lost it in a fire, this is what I replaced it with, this Miller. I like this Miller. It's different. It's not as heavy. You find a welder built in the 50s or 60s, you'll understand it weighs way more than this. This was built, I think, in like late 70s, early 80s. It needs a cooling fan replaced. I think the mud daubers got in there and made nests. So all my welding stuff, I keep everything on carts. I keep everything on wheels. This 12-ton press is one of the top 5 buys I have purchased. This came off a marketplace, Facebook marketplace. I gave $80 and I put a new bottle jack on it. This thing is awesome. Love it. Another top 5 buy is this evacuation system Harbor Freight sells. I took all the other parts off of it and I have it ducted directly outside, made a vent going out, and my tube comes up here to this chute, and I just move this around to the station I'm working at because I'm never using more than one station at a time. So that's how I keep this dust down. I keep a clean shop. I mean, I usually mop it about once a month, and probably overboard, but I don't like working in dirt. I don't like tracking it. If I'm gonna have to lay down on the floor, I want a clean floor. I don't like rolling around dirt. Unless, of course, it's no other, I'm in my yard or something, but out here, if I don't have to, yeah, anyways. Another top 5 buy, this Marketplace. I got this table off of Marketplace. It came with the grinder and the wheels. 4x5, you can't, I paid, God, $40 or $50 for it. There's more, the 4x4s is that cost. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm really enjoying that. Cabinet was given to me. Drill press. Man, that drill press, I bought off Marketplace for 120. I still learning. There's a lot you can do with the drill press, and I'm still learning. Don't know enough about drill presses. I am learning though. These tables, Harbor Freight, like them. I work on them all the time. Yeah, they're what, $100? I don't care. They work good. This table, also Harbor Freight. If I would have known, I wouldn't have bought this. I would have bought another one of them. But I wanted to see. I like it. I mean, it's okay, but I'd rather have that. You guys seen me work off of this before. It's a little, what it is, it's a table saw stand. I cut a laminated countertop down, put it on there, and then that's where my old vise and my homemade anvil. Like it, love this little table. I thought about putting it on wheels, but when you start hammering on it, you don't want wheels, trust me. This thing, Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, if you're listening, your sandblasting cabinet sucks and sucks bad. I'll just tell you that right now. Do not like the pickup tube. I tried modifying it with some of the ones that the guys did on YouTube. Still sucks. Don't like it. As soon as I find a better brand, I need to find someone that has one that I like to use. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I will buy and chunk this. I won't even give it to anybody. I'm gonna throw this away. Spent that much money and I'm gonna throw it away. Vacuum cleaner, great. Harbor Freight sells that Bauer, that's a good one. Sandblast cabinet, sucks. This is another one of my air compressors. I love this air compressor. I bought it locally from a True Value dealer here in town. Or no, Ace Hardware. He sells a lot of other stuff besides Ace stuff. Keep that one. Got my reel, and then I keep that other air compressor over there. That's a portable one. I like being able, instead of running hose or lines all over the shop, I can just run one from either side. Doesn't matter. This one's near the sandblasting cabinet. That's the reason I bolted it to the floor there. I liked it because I can run the hose outside. It's right next to the garage door. I like the air compressor. It will walk. That's why I bolted it to the ground. That thing will vibrate and walk across the floor from you. I bought this little table with this little scroll saw from the pawn shop for like $20. Fixed it, put it back together, the scroll saw, and then I put my little 4x6 belt sander. It came from the pawn shop. Love that thing. I got a video on it where I rebuilt it. I like it. That I like. If I was restoring tools, if I had to buy just a couple of things, I would buy this and the 1x30 belt sander, just a cheap little Harbor Freight one, and wire wheel. A little wire wheel, and this is I call it a fiber, a Scotch-Brite wheel. It's not a grinder. It's not a stone wheel like that is. It's fiber. Matter of fact, I may even have a new one. Hang on. Let's see where. Yeah, I got a new one. It's Chinese. I don't care, but it's like Scotch-Brite. It's kind of soft. I believe it's 400 grit is what this is rated at. I love that thing. And then I don't know. Let's see here. Okay, these are, I don't know how to, it's like a Scotch-Brite pad, but made in 1x30 belts, like a belt sander. And I have the medium, no, I have the fine. This is the fine belt on here. And I really like this stuff. 357 Magdad, I watched one of his videos and he uses these. I really like them. I'm glad I watched his video on that. I use a belt sander. If I have something rusty, like this wrench right here, I will use this, and then I'll use a wire wheel here on this. And then if I want about ready to polish it, I'll run the Scotch-Brite pad over it. But if I was going to start, I'd use like a 120 or an 80 grit belt, sanding belt first to get all the heavy deposits off. Yeah, I really, three things actually four. Bench grinder, 1x30, belt sander, the 4x6 belt sander, and Dremel tool. If that's the four things, you could probably do everything with Dremel tool. It takes you forever. And I own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a little battery powered one right here. I like my Dremels. I use Dremels at work. I use Dremels. Dremels are handy for just about anything. So if I see them, I saw one in the pawn shop the other day for $5. The cord was bad on it. That's all it was. You could put a new cord. It had been worked just fine. I broke down the other day and I bought, instead of using vinegar, which I do have vinegar right down here. Yeah, I got some vinegar right there. I broke down, and a friend of mine works at the Ace told me about this Rust-Oleum Rust Dissolve. I like it. It's okay. It's $22 for that bottle though. I see how long it lasts. Another buy that I would highly recommend if you guys got a shop, this crane. This crane right here makes you feel young again. You can lift anything up. It's adjustable. Love this crane. This is probably the best thing, one of the best buys I've ever done. You can lift your refrigerator, freezer out of the back of your truck, pull your truck in, back it in, lift it out. I've got I think it's 1 ton. Yeah, it's just a 1 ton hoist, which that's all I need. The other thing, quick jack. So that I leave these laying in the floor, wider in the vehicle. When I pull my vehicle in, I just push them up underneath the vehicle. There's the hydraulics. The hoses are over on the wall. I just hook them up, hit the button, plug it in, raises the car up about 32, 36 inches. Yeah, that's good. Like them. Sorry, getting back, quick jack. I like these. I service my own vehicles. I went to school years ago for brakes and things like that. So front end brakes, things like that. I do pretty much everything. My pickup truck, the exhaust bolts broke on the aluminum heads, and I just took everything apart and used the welder, welded on the heads to the bolts and pulled the bolts out. Front end complete, dropped the oil pan, dropped the transmission. Makes it really nice to have this. My floor stained. I painted that red toolbox. That sucks. I may later on urethane my floor. I'm starting to get marks on my floor. I need to mop my floor again. Anyways, 30 by 40, 9-foot ceiling. More lights than I need. Like I said, it's bright in here. I like it. It's easier to work. Like I said, the polishing wheel that I use, polishing unit, it's Harbor Freight. The wheels, I bought this one off of Amazon. I just want to try a different. Harbor Freight's got a good one. I've actually put 2 of them together just to see how it works. The medium, this is Harbor Freight medium. This I bought offline, Amazon. The gray, I got the gray rouge. Let's see. Hang on, I'll show you how to keep it. That's my sandpaper. Yeah, I got the red rouge brick. I've got the brown rouge, and then this is the Harbor Freight stuff. I use it, I don't care. I actually kind of like the Harbor Freight stuff better than this stuff that I bought. I really don't mind it. I keep this is like just after I buff it, and then I'll come over here and I'll clean it off every once in a while just to see what the material, how well it shines. This is another one of them Scotch-Brite pads, and I ran into it the other day and nicked it. This is about done. I will say, next time I buy another buffer, instead of, I'm going to buy a bigger motor one with more power. This one works, it's okay. It's done me just fine, but I want to try something bigger. The same way with my grinder. It's 6-inch. I'd like to get an 8. Try a bigger grinder. This came with the table. I like it. It's okay. I can't complain. It's probably older than I am. So, yeah, the buffer. You know, if you want to buff, you don't have to buff your tools nice and shiny. Actually, that Scotch-Brite belt over there on the fine belt, it gives it a really nice, like a satin finish. Oops, I just moved my tabletop there. It will give you a nice satin finish. So, I mean, you don't have to polish them. I like my tools. Where I work, all my stuff has to be clean and neat. You can't really, unless you're working in the boiler room or on top of the roof or doing something in a bathroom where it's turds and stuff working around, everything has to be pretty clean. Yeah, this is usually where I clean my tools, and I use Dremels a lot. I use my Dremels. I keep different wheels on my Dremels. Every one of my Dremel, I think I bought this with a whole kit from I know I did. I bought this at a garage sale for $10. I bought this off the pawn shop $5 table. It's a rechargeable. It doesn't have a whole lot of power, but it works great. I keep a cutting disc on it. This one, the wire wheels. I hate these little wire wheels. They fall apart. You got to wear eye protection with these things. Yeah, like I said, you could clean your tools, buddy, with these wire wheels. This is supposed to be a brass wheel that Harbor Freight sells. These fine wheels like this, Scotch-Brite pad on a bench grinder, you can do a lot of cleaning with your tools. You don't have to, like something like this that's rusted, you don't have to soak it in vinegar. You don't have to. You can put it all on a wire wheel if you spent the time. It will clean up. It'll clean up with a Dremel tool. I mean, it'll clean up with sandpaper if you do it by hand, but that's going to take you a long time. But, I mean, I think I bought this bench grinder here off of Marketplace for $10. Maybe it was $5. I remember it was cheap, whatever. I couldn't pass it up. So I got that one. And then actually I got another one down here, but I like the Black & Decker better, so it's got a better horsepower motor than that one that came from Harbor Freight. But the bench grinder, the 1x30 belt sander, the 4x6 belt sander, man, that's the way to go. I really, really like this. All right, I hope I answered some questions, and it sounds stupid or anything, but that's my shop, my wife's area. Anyway, she had to have a spot. The rest of it's mine. It's all I need. It's more than I need, actually. I just needed a bay to work on my vehicles, and then the rest of it has to play. The outside of my shop, oops. Concrete poured a while back, and then I keep my parts washer outside. It's covered with a grill cover. and it's got like 15 gallons of solvent in it. Keep my little table here, and that's my outside storage. If you guys need storage, that's the best storage you can get. Watertight toolboxes. Sometimes you can pick them up for little or nothing and set them up and make you a frame, put them in it. Anyways, that's it. Cameras on my shop, motion detector. Yeah, you got cameras. You got 4 or 5 outside, 5, and I got 1 inside, and then motion detectors, so I'm not worried about anybody coming in. Keep it locked up, keep it safe. Anyways, hope you guys like this video. I hope it's not too stupid, and I hope I answered your questions. Like I said, the clean tools, and just 1x30 belt sander, 6-inch bench grinder, 4x6 belt sander, and some Dremel tools. I mean, you could probably buy all that for less than 150 bucks. And then if you bought a polisher, you can get that at, I think Harbor Freight's less than 50. So for 200 bucks, you can start cleaning some tools and doing your little hobby. I use my tools. I started making videos because friends of mine wanted to see how I was doing it. And so I started posting them. And some of you guys kind of interested in it. So I enjoy it. It don't bother me. I've got to clean my tools, so I might as well film what they're doing. Plus, on some tools, I can't remember how to put them back together, so I have to look at the video how to do it. Anyways, I love those hatchets with those leather. That's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoy. Hope I answered your questions, and hope I didn't sound like a dork. See y'all.